James Williams. I'm the head football coach at Marshall High School. You're watching the Easy Corner.
Another episode of the Easy Corner. We sitting here once again with the Marshall Head coach, athletic director, also state finalist head coach, Mr. James Williams. How are you doing today, Coach?
I'm great, sir. Great. Thank you for having me again.
Coach, last time I talked to you, you were about to go to war with Manville. You overcame some demons in that game, beating them 40-10. And then last week, going into College Station to face a born champion team that made it all the way to the state semifinals. You guys beat them 55-21. The question I want to ask is these two games the complete game you've been waiting for?
Kind of close. We're getting there. Hopefully we save the best for last. But, it was a good game last week as far as offensively getting the ball in the end zone pretty good. And defensively, we played at the beginning, played very well first half. And the second half let some things get away from us. But, special teams had a great block punt and had set us up for a great field position a couple times. So, yeah, we're still looking for that complete game, and hopefully we'll get that on Saturday.
Coach, big game Saturday, the rematch with Aledo. Everybody, your quarterback told me unfinished business. I think the motto team is unfinished business. Where is your team's mind going into Saturday?
They're ready. They're prepared. This is what they've been working for all year. They felt, we came up short last year. And first of all, just honored just to get back to the state championship game in the first place, and then to have an opportunity to win it. It's important to these guys, and they're preparing well for it, and they're excited for it.
The editor from Texas football, David Campbell, Texas football, made his prediction a couple of days ago. He says this game can be won by the trenches, and therefore he gives the edge to Aledo to win this game. What do you say about that?
I don't worry about things like that. I don't ever look at predictions. I don't ever look at what outside says because, truthfully, we've been an underdog all year, all playoffs, and literally they picked us to lose every week, I think, except for last week. So that stuff doesn't matter. We don't talk about it in our field house. Our team doesn't talk about it. We know if we focus on ourselves and play our game, our brand of football, in-block Marshall football, we'll be fine.
But one thing I do agree with him with is the trenches statement, because we talked about that 2 weeks ago. Like, the game is won in the trenches. Absolutely. How important is it for the line to play well in this game?
Absolutely, it's incredibly important because that's a true statement. No matter what these offenses are doing these days, and a lot of people running spread and different things and trying to throw the ball around, it's still a lot of scrimmage game, and we put a lot of effort into that, a lot of emphasis into that. And our defensive line is playing incredibly well this year and doing a good job of holding the line of scrimmage and stopping the run and getting after the quarterback when necessary. And offensive line-wise, everybody knows we're going to run the football. You can't run the football unless you're physical up front, and so that's what we plan to do.
One thing I asked you, Coach, and I think you actually silenced a lot of critics with, can Malik win the game throwing the ball? He's had probably his two best playoff performances by throwing the ball. The expectations that you put on him to get the ball downfield and play a vertical game, how important was that for to get back to a state championship?
I mean, it's very important because you want to have like I talked about, you want to be able to run the ball. It's important to do that and be physical up front, but it's also important to have to spread the ball around. We have some athletes out there who can get the ball and do good things with it. And so when you have a quarterback who can throw every pass on the field, read the defense as well, and get the ball where it's supposed to go, it does nothing but help, especially up in the running game when you can get guys out of the box too, make it a little bit easier on the inside. So Malik is a complete player. He's a quarterback. He's not an athlete playing quarterback. He is a quarterback who's just gifted, who can move. But, he's definitely played very well the last couple of weeks. He's taken it very personal. He played a not-so-best game early in the playoffs, and so he's taking personal to get better and to play like he's supposed to play, and he can win the game.
Coach, your defense gets overlooked time and time again, but the last, I would say, 3 weeks, they've been on a mission, holding Huntsville to 14, holding Manville to 10, born champion, even though they scored 21. That wasn't really the score. But talk about your defense, especially I commend your DBs getting after it. Like Christian Jackson, Avery Helm, all those guys just getting after it. Just talk about this defense and the way it's playing, and to get back to Dallas.
It's playing very well, and like I said, it starts at the line of scrimmage. The defensive line is playing a great job and allowing, stopping the run, the whole line of scrimmage, allowing the linebackers to fit, the safeties, and then on third down, getting after the quarterback and allowing our secondary guys to break on balls and cover the guys, and depending on what the coverage is, and to make those big plays. We've been playing good for a while. I really most of the season. And, even in the second round against A&M Consolidated, they played a very good game versus a very explosive offense, with some penalties kind of help keep drives going on A&M's side. But, I've been very happy and very pleased with this defense for most of the season. They've gotten better. They've really taken it personal because, it's a great thing to have an offense that scores a whole bunch of points. It does nothing but help the team and help the defense itself, but the defense also wants everybody to know they're good as well.
What looks does Aledo give you that no other team in the state gives you? Because we know it starts with their running back, Mr. Jace McClendon, and then Bishop as the quarterback. But what looks does Aledo give you that no other team that you face kind of gives you?
Well, Aledo's Aledo. Everybody know they have had great success for many years. They're a very well-coached team. You look at them, and they're coached well. They play with great fundamentals and great effort. They play very, very hard football. They have those athletes out there and they're able to get those balls to their best players and take advantage of their strengths. So, on defense, again, they play very, very hard, very sound football, and you know why they're successful. So we just got to match that, and I believe you can say the same things about our team and our defense and offense. So it's going to be a great game. I really think it's a great matchup.
Last year, this game was played on a Friday, and we talked about how that extra day prepares you. This year, this game is played on Saturday. How does an extra day prepare you, knowing that you guys are walking in on a Saturday, you guys have been playing these playoff games on a Saturday, and like as you said, staying on schedule.
Absolutely.
How important is it to this team knowing they get that Saturday game?
Absolutely. Staying on schedule is important. We've been playing on Saturday for the last 4 weeks, so we have a routine down. These kids, most kids there are on routine. They operate better when they're on that routine. So we have our routine down. We're comfortable with it. We feel it gives us the best opportunity to be successful, and playing on Saturday again, like I said, gives you that extra day to prepare and even rest off coming off the last week. You rest and recover. It was a physical game last week, and it's a physical game every week in the playoffs. So having that Saturday game is definitely a plus, and we like it.
Coach, what's the mental makeup of this team? Because at the end of the day, we've known what you guys have gone through. We know the teams that have been coming for you, and we also know, like I've said and your team has stated, unfinished business. What is the mental makeup of this Marshall Buffaloes team?
They're determined. They're determined. They want it bad. They're just not satisfied with being here. They want to win it and seal the deal. Like I said, so we have a great opportunity to play a good team in Aledo, and these guys they're ready. The stage is not too big for them. They want this bad, and I'm excited for them, and I'm excited to see them get out there and go on Saturday.
What are the differences you see from the team a year ago to this team that is right now? Do you feel like this team is more humbled of what happened last year, or is it just more like their mentality is just like, oh, we just got to go get it? So what do you see in your team?
Well, I don't think humble's the word, because they it made them angry for sure. Because they want to finish the deal. They take it personal. And again, Aledo played a great game last year. We take nothing away from them. Coach over there does a tremendous job, and the entire staff. And so they won the game last year and gave it to us pretty good. So now's the opportunity to correct that situation. We've had a full year to think about that game and how we could do better. And our kids, like I said, they're ready. They're determined, and they want to finish the goal.
Coach, one thing I just want to touch on, Mr. Devon A. Chain, this dominant run that he has, knowing that everybody's been coming after him, but they haven't found ways to stop him. As a coach, knowing that your schemes and your offensive coordinators in the offense, the way it goes, when you know that you have a player that they can't stop, how confident does that build your team, and how confident is it built for you as a coach?
It's a blessing when you have a young man who can score at any moment in the game, and whenever he touches the ball, you want to give him the ball as much as you can. But I'm sure he'll say the same thing to you. It's not just him. Your offensive line does a great job of run blocking and giving him lanes to run in. The receivers do a great job blocking downfield, and with our quarterback, we can spread the ball around so they can't just focus on him and other guys. And you can see in the last several games, there's been other guys who stepped up and made those big plays, and he didn't have to do it all the time. So, and also I wouldn't say it can't be stopped because anybody can be stopped at any minute in time, but he's blessed to make big plays happen at any moment in the game.
If there's one concern that you have with Aledo or even your team, what do you think is that is concern for you?
I mean, it's the unknown. We've been there before. Yes, we were at AT&T Stadium last year, and it's a big stage. And but again, these guys are prepared for it. They're ready for it. They've done a good job. You always have the normal concerns as a head coach. Will your team play the way they're supposed to play, the way they normally play? Again, we take pride in playing the game a certain way. We're going to protect the football on offense. I believe the number one stat that determines wins and losses is turnovers. So, we're going to protect the football. Defense go after the football. We've been able to force a lot of turnovers in the playoffs, and that's been a big importance to us in changing momentum. And we're going to play physical football. So, my concerns are more towards us. I don't worry about the other opponent. If we play the game the way we're supposed to play and the way we normally play, I feel good about the game. But if we make those mistakes, then, we could be be not in a great situation if we don't correct it.
For the Marshall community, what would this state championship mean if you guys can actually get the motto as an unfinished business to get this state championship? What would it mean for the whole entire Marshall, Missouri City community?
It's huge. It's huge, and we tell our guys all the time. It's so much bigger than an individual. We always talk about and preach about being good teammates and being good to each other, being a family. But it's like you said, it's about this school, it's about this community, it's about Fortbend ISD. It's been a long time since Fortbend ISD football team won a state championship.
1983.
Willow
Ridge High School.
Yeah, it's been a while, so we want to change that. It's a big deal, and the kids know that, and so they've been preparing the right way.
And Coach, my last question for you is it's another fill in the blank. It's going to be the same fill in the blank. For the Marshall Buffaloes to become state championships, they have to blank.
Play Marshall football, play our brand of football, play a physical football game, play a fundamental, discipline sound football game, protect the football, like I said, and run the football. We have to control the line of scrimmage and run the football versus a good team, a well-coached team, and we have to match their intensity. And I have no doubt that my guys will. But it's our brand of football, physical line of scrimmage football, and we protect the football and play good physical football.
That is it for the episode of the Easy Corner. I am Matthew Ezerike. Follow the Easy Corner on Instagram on the Easy Corner. Follow on Twitter, Easy_Corner1. And also follow Marshall Buffaloes on Twitter. Absolutely. Marshall Buffaloes Football. Follow them on Twitter.
At Marshall Buffs.
At Marshall Buffs. They're going to the state championship Saturday, I believe at 11?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock a.m. Fox Sports Southwest will be showing the game. The rematch that everybody been waiting for. Marshall Buffaloes versus Aledo. Jerry World, Dallas, Texas. We'll be waiting. Hopefully Marshall can pull it off this year. We're all rooting for them. Go Buffs.
Go Buffs.